I'm Melissa Ryerson with the City of Franklin.
And I'm Jason Tomlin, News Director at WAKM Radio. And we're here for the 18th Annual Franklin Veterans Day Parade.
Very exciting, and this is our third Veterans Day Parade to host together.
Together, Melissa, and I enjoy it every year, and for a change, the weather's nice when I'm here.
I know, I remember last year we were under a tent and it was freezing. I had 3 layers on,
Freezing
I think.
cold,
Yes, but it is a beautiful day for a parade. It looks like the rain's going to hold off, which is wonderful.
Yes, absolutely. And we may see some rain in the area later tonight, but we hope for now everything's going to go well. The parade is starting, and we can hear the motorcycles and the marching bands in the background here.
Yeah, we're very fortunate. We have 6 grand marshals this year.
That's an amazing number, and it's an amazing number of World War II veterans.
3 of them served in World War II.
Yes, and we're going to talk about them as they appear in the parade here today.
And we have 2 Vietnam veterans and also 1 veteran that is still active in the military.
Yes, an Afghanistan veteran, and Colonel Sam Whitson, who is a state representative, is also a retired Army colonel. He will be in the parade today along with Franklin Mayor Ken Moore, who is a veteran as well. And I believe we'll be talking with them coming up here soon.
2 of our grand marshals are women, so that's pretty exciting.
That's pretty amazing as
have
well.
The women featured in the parade today.
The crowd is going wild here in the background as the first attraction of the parade appears this year. This is the Franklin Police Department motorcycle unit.
That's right, and they're always proud to ride in this parade. Following them is the, looks like we have the Color Guard.
Revolutionary Color Guard.
They're from the Sons of the American Revolution. There are 21 chapters across the country and 1,200 members. And their mission is to inspire the community with which our nation was founded.
Some very proud gentlemen there. Followed up by the Sheriff of Williamson County. This is Dusty Rhodes. Those helicopters that flew over a couple of moments ago were courtesy of the Williamson County Sheriff's Office.
Special thanks to them. We
the
also
city
have
of Brentwood is represented here with Brentwood Police Chief Jeff Hughes. The Brentwood Fire Chief Brian Goss is in our parade. A great way to kick it off with some of our great public servants here in the community.
And it looks like we have our local dignitaries approaching now. We have State Representative Sam Whitson. We have some of our aldermen members, Clyde Barnhill, Ann Peterson, Brandy Blanton, some of our county commissioners. There's Margaret Martin. And
the city of Franklin is represented well.
Right, and we have the Franklin High School Band.
Oh, wow. One of the most awarded and well-recognized marching bands, not only in the state of Tennessee, but across the country as well. Melissa, the marching band is followed up by the Franklin High School JROTC.
That's right, and did you know that the JROTC, there are 1,700 public and private high schools across the country
that have a JROTC program?
Yes, and they're the largest character development and citizenship program for youth in the world.
Wow. I had 2 nephews that were in JROTC.
And their mission is to motivate young people and to motivate them to become better citizens.
That's exactly what they do. Coming up now, the city of Franklin is represented once again with our own mayor, Ken Moore, and Franklin City Administrator, Eric Stuckey.
And is this our first Grand Marshal?
I'm thinking this may be.
Although.
Yeah,
Here he comes. Welcome,
Hello,
Mayor Moore.
Mayor. Good morning.
I've got a great crew with me today. I've got Colonel Thompson from the 1st Brigade, 101st.
Hi, how you doing today?
and they're partners with us, right? With the city.
We adopted them.
Yes,
Yeah, we
yes.
adopted everything except the finances.
Well, this has been a phenomenal partnership for us. It's just such a warm and inviting community. We just feel at home here. We just got back about a 10-month deployment to Iraq and Syria, and it's just great for these soldiers to be back home, where it really, truly does feel like home.
Colonel, this is your troop.
These are our troops, that's
All
right. Yeah, this company here spent about 10 months in Mosul, Iraq, and really taking it to ISIS, and now they're back home. And again, just to be here in Franklin just means the world to us.
All right. Well, thank you all for your service, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Melissa.
Good to meet you.
And now you can see our first Grand Marshal, and his name is Robert Schmidt.
Mr. Schmidt is a World War II U.S. Navy veteran, Melissa.
Yes, he was a rear gunner and an aviation mechanic, and he flew on 50 combat missions.
Wow.
And that was
is
just the Wounded
absolutely
Warrior
amazing.
Project that went by. That's a charity that provides veteran services and provides events and services for wounded veterans with the BGA school, right?
Yeah, the BGA kids are there. This is our local chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution, Melissa. The Old Glory chapter, one of the longest chapters here in the state of Tennessee.
Hi, I see a lot of local ladies in there. Thank you so much for being out here.
Those ladies do a lot for historical preservation here in the community. Also, the Brigadier General Richard Wynn chapter from Spring Hill, the Daughters of the American Revolution.
And we have the Children of the American Revolution.
That is really cool.
And looks like we have our second Grand Marshal.
Mr. Ollie Burns is a World War II U.S. Army veteran here in Franklin.
And he is in the maroon car. He was awarded 4 Bronze Stars for meritorious service in combat. He fought in Italy, in Europe, in Africa, and the Middle East.
That's quite a decorated soldier to receive 4 Bronze Stars. That's very unusual.
That's a beautiful car that he's riding in, too.
Lots of classic cars in our parade here today, Melissa. We'll see more of them as we proceed on through. The Centennial High School Marching Band is approaching, Melissa. They also have a JROTC in the parade.
We are so fortunate that high school bands can participate in this parade.
Oh yes, schools are open today in Williamson County, but most of them are playing along and allowing everybody to come and be a part of the parade. The Centennial High School JROTC follows up the marching band. Lots of future soldiers there and officers.
That is a big group. I think our Grand Marshals may be a little out of order.
Yes, I think so. That's all right, though.
I know there we can see Sam Gant. He's very active in the preservation community there. That could be our another Grand Marshal, Ed Smith.
Was that Mr. Smith? Ed Smith is a World War II U.S. Navy and a U.S. Air Force veteran, Melissa.
92 years old, and he served on the USS Biloxi, and he transported POWs.
Wow. Everyone had a job in World War II. Everyone had to do something for the cause. This is our Franklin chapter of the Vietnam Veterans of America approaching here. Lots of applause, well-deserved applause here for these gentlemen.
It's amazing to see such a big crowd here, and every year.
It is a huge crowd here in downtown Franklin today, Melissa. As we may mention the last year, a couple of years, the weather's not been exactly cooperative for us. That is not the case this year. It's a very pleasant day here in Franklin for this parade.
We've got the American Legion Post 22 here today represented.
Really small kind of sports car.
Is
there.
that an
That's
MG? It looks like an MG.
You know, I'm not well versed on my automobiles here, but here comes County Mayor Rogers Anderson,
Hey, Rogers.
along with Wallace Joslin. Mr. Joslin is a veteran, a longtime member of this community with Joslin Plumbing. Some more Vietnam veterans making their way around the square here in downtown Franklin. Melissa, the fire department always does a wonderful job. The flag very appropriately draping right over the intersection here.
Small town America right here in Franklin, Tennessee. And what a wonderful main street we have. I just love to see the little children with their
Oh,
faces.
they're having a
so
blast.
cute. Waving their flags.
The little handheld flags are a mighty popular item today. More classic cars coming our way here. This float contains the American Legion Post here in Franklin.
All right, more
Loaded
Post
down
22.
Lots of veterans there.
That's a big crowd. Like we said earlier, we've been doing this for 18 years in the city of Franklin,
This
honoring
is
our veterans.
The 18th annual parade. This was started in 2001 by WAKM Radio, the radio station that I work for, and in partnership with the city of Franklin. And it has been a long-standing partnership that we've enjoyed every year. It's a great thing for the community.
And I know Tom Lawrence and Monique McCullough have worked
Yes.
very hard on this parade every
Yeah,
year.
Tom puts his heart and soul into this every year.
They're at the entrance of the parade. We're at the end of the parade. Beautiful cars.
Love these classic automobiles.
There you go. You need
Melissa,
one
we
too.
take the bookings for
Come on, buddy.
the parade. They contact
Take
the
the last
radio
one.
station for that. And I know that we have veterans represented from like 20 different counties
Oh, that's
here
amazing.
in Middle Tennessee. Lots of folks call and tell us that they will be coming. So we have a huge presence of veterans here, as we should.
This is the Ravenwood Army JROTC.
Another very large group here, Melissa.
Yeah, it's nice to see so many kids.
I think each group gets bigger and bigger as they come by.
I hate to say that they're kids because they look like young adults,
Yes,
but they are still teenagers.
they're still children in many ways, but as you say, they most of them will become adults rather quickly when they go off to basic training.
And again, the mission of the JROTC is to motivate young people to become better citizens.
A convertible full of World War II veterans here.
Everyone likes an orange Corvette.
St. Philip Catholic Church is represented by the American Heritage Girls troop here in Franklin. The Fountains of Franklin, one of our assisted living facilities here in the community, has a bus in the parade full of residents and veterans today.
It's so nice that they can be a part of the parade and bring their residents out to be a part of the parade. All
Our
right.
local Rotary Club does so much for the community.
They do.
They are well represented here in the parade today. I don't know if that's the noon Rotary or breakfast, but probably the noon.
The noon Rotary, do they
yeah,
do the rodeo?
They do the rodeo usually.
Yeah.
Miss Patty Bearden there.
They also help with the tree lighting, and they serve free refreshments
Yes.
at the Christmas tree lighting.
Yes, they do.
Free apple cider and cookies.
The Independence High School marching band here in our parade today.
And here comes their JROTC, Independence High School.
This should be another large group. Independence is a really big school. Still looking for our next Grand Marshal, Melissa.
Yes, we are. We're waiting for her. Ah, looks like they're doing some fun movements here.
That's something that had to be practiced for a while. I wish I had a count of how many classic cars that are appearing in the parade today, but it is a bunch.
Yes, I wonder how many are actually owned by the veterans or provided by a company. We're not quite sure on that. Hello.
That is our Grand Marshal there, Miss Geraldine Amos, here in Franklin.
Geraldine served in Okinawa and she processed payroll. She later became a nurse and served in the Air National Guard. And now we have our bus from Brookdale Senior Living.
Yes. We have lots of senior living and assisted living facilities in our community. They're all top notch. Glad to have them a part today.
And this is our Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association, and they're from all branches of the U.S. government.
This is our local chapter of the Veterans of Foreign Wars.
And they're right there, downtown Franklin on Eddy Lane. My grandfather was a member of the VFW up in Colorado. I visited him there many times. And they're having an open house after the parade, and everyone's welcome to join.
That's at the VFW post on Eddy Lane.
American Legion post. Did you get that number?
219 maybe? Walker Chevrolet, a very old car dealership here in Franklin, is represented in the parade. Caroline Pistole Insurance,
Hi.
well represented in the parade today. I know they have a veteran in the car there.
He's welcome to sit up. Oh, those trucks are so cute.
Morning Point of Franklin, another senior living facility, well represented with some veterans. I can see them in the bus there. Heard him say Korea. There are some Korean veterans in there, so that
Oh.
a little bit before Vietnam.
Waiting for our next Grand Marshal.
That will be Mr. Steve Lee. Mr. Lee is a Vietnam veteran from the U.S. Army.
He served in logistics and artillery support, but we haven't seen him yet. Looks like we have some good-looking GMC trucks and Ford.
We sure do.
And here
That
we have,
big GMC is pulling a wagon full of kids here.
and this is the Thank You FSSD Be Nice Ambassadors.
Yes, from the Franklin Special School District. Melissa, every school in the Franklin Special School District has their 4th grade classes in this parade today. That is a rite of passage for a child here in this town.
Yes, my
You're in-
kids were in those parades.
Yeah.
They're a little older now, but
When you're
yeah.
in the 4th grade, you march in the parade.
Yep.
These are the Be Nice Ambassadors and all of the lovely children.
And now here are the kids from Franklin Elementary School.
Moore Elementary School follows up here. Another big, very enthusiastic crowd.
I'm going to grab my camera and take a picture. It's so beautiful. I love this part.
Now coming is the Poplar Grove Elementary School. Johnson Elementary School following up here.
I just love to see so many kids with the American flag. It's just,
A massive group of 4th graders here.
here's Freedom Intermediate School. They'll also be performing at our tree lighting ceremony.
Yes.
And that is
Right.
December 6th, 6 to 8:30 p.m.
Here on the square.
That's right.
This is the Freedom Marching Band. Following up all of these classes from the Franklin Special School District is the Story Bus, which is a very popular attraction in the Franklin Special School District.
Hi. This is our HR director, City of Franklin. And I'm just going to step over here for a minute.
Following up the Story Bus is the Franklin Lions Club, and also a trolley from the Franklin Transit Authority.
And I heard this trolley is kind of a different type of trolley. Is it a hybrid?
This one is?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think so. I
was
heard.
not aware that
Maybe
we
not
had
this
that,
one, but I think we
technology.
are. There's something in our notes that said that. I don't think we're in order here, so.
Yeah, we have gotten out of order, but that's okay. We sort of know who everyone is. The Manor at Steeplechase is well represented here with a busload of residents and veterans today. Very pleasant day, Melissa. Our temperature is in the low 50s right now.
Don't even need a coat
Could
outside.
hardly ask for a better forecast in this time of year.
And here we have NHC Place with their seniors coming out to be honored. There's probably many veterans on that bus.
Air Force, Navy, and Army. They have
Right.
their names on the side there.
That's amazing. That was good.
So, the Lee Company. Governor Bill Lee being represented here. One of our bigger bands in the county is the Page High School Band. They are the Marching Patriots, very appropriately.
This is my daughter's high school.
All right.
She's not in the band, but she does go to Page.
Following up the Page Band is the Page High JROTC. Another American Legion post represented here in the parade. That's a local Franklin post.
Hi. Served in Leadership Franklin with that gentleman.
Is that right? One of the wonderful new fire trucks from the city of Brentwood.
Pretty, very nice.
Another marching band represented. This is Summit High School, the Summit Spartans.
I'm not sure if we saw our number 6 Grand Marshal. It looks like the parade's ending, but we do want to mention her.
Jennifer Pontow, she's from College Grove. She's an Afghanistan veteran and is actually still considered in active duty.
All right, we may have missed our last Grand Marshal, and that is Jennifer Pontow.
Jennifer lives in College Grove. She is an Afghanistan veteran and is actually considered still on active duty.
Yes, that's right. And she served at Camp Phoenix near Kabul. She's in finance. She's a finance specialist.
She watches the money. Well, listen, I think that's a wrap-up to the parade this year.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap. It was a beautiful Veterans Day parade. I think the public really enjoyed it. I know all the little kids did.
Oh, they did.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next year.